Good day everyone and welcome to today's construction class. Alright, today we'll be considering the problem as displayed on the screen right there. So it says plot the locus of a point P on the circumference of a circle diameter 60 rolling along the straight line without slipping. So what we're actually trying to produce here is actually a cycloid, because cycloid is actually the locus of a point on a cylindrical object which actually rolls along a straight line without slipping. So that is actually cycloid. Alright, and now we are now told to construct a tangent and a normal to the locus of a point 50 from the right end of the locus. That is, you have to produce a cycloid, then you have to produce a tangent and a normal on the cycloid from a point P which is 50 millimeters from the right end of the locus. Now the very first thing is to actually produce the cycloid, and to produce that cycloid with my instrument set right here like this, my T-square like this, I'm going to draw a thin horizontal line in this manner. Okay, so I'm going to produce a vertical line to it from my left like this. I hope you can see it. Okay, like this. Now with my compass and my ruler, okay, that's going to be radius 30, diameter 60, radius 30. So with 30 on my compass right here, with 30 on my compass right here, I come right here to the center here, I produce a circle. Okay, after producing that circle, I'm going to divide the circle into 12 equal parts. So on the first axis, left, up and down. Second axis, left and right, like that. Third axis, up and down. Then on the fourth axis, okay, left and right. After doing that, I'm going to actually do my numbering: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and this was 0 out over 12. Alright, so I'm going to project those points horizontally from mark 0 over 12 first of all, horizontally like this. Okay, followed by mark 1 and 11. Oh, the first line I drew is wrong, sorry. Thank God I actually figured it out quick. My T-square wasn't flushing, and also I expect you guys to be very careful when using your T-square. Ensure it actually flushes to the edge. Okay, okay, first mark for 0 and 12 like this. Alright, so second mark 1 and 11. Alright, so it aligns, then I project horizontally like that. You see that. Third mark 2 and 10, it aligns horizontally, then I project also faintly like that. Fourth mark 3 and 9, that's already drawn as a center line. Next one is 4 and 8, horizontally I project, ensuring my T-square is flushing very well. Then followed by 5 and 7, then the peak point which is mark 6, I project horizontally. Now after doing that, the next thing is I will place my compass from mark 0, I will extend it to mark 11 here, pick that mark, okay, which is this. I'm going to actually step it off from the middle like this 12 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Stepping it off 12 times like that. Right, then coming right here like this, I'm going to project those points. Okay, I'm going to project those points. Okay, project those points like that. Right, so after stepping off the point and drawing the vertical lines in 12 equal places, all right, in 12 equal places like this, So the next thing is to pick my compass, ensuring radiosity is still intact. Ensuring radiosity is still intact. Now coming to, okay, let me name this at horizontal place. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and mark what? Mark 12. So coming to mark 1, okay, attempting to draw a circle but faintly with the same horizontal plane, 30. Okay, now after drawing this first circle for 30, wherever it intersects with this horizontal line for 1 and 11, right here, it intersects here, so I take note of it. Now I'm going to mark 2. Please, if you want to get cycloid, don't do the mistake of say you want to draw the circle first. You make mistakes, so it is one after the other like this. So on mark 2, I draw it faintly also. I draw the circle faintly. So after drawing the circle faintly, where it intersects with horizontal line for 2 and 10, I take note. So going to mark 3, replicating the same thing, I draw my circle faintly. So where my circle intersects with horizontal line for 3, is it right here? So I took note of that also. Coming to mark 4 with my radius 30, I draw. So where my circle intersects with horizontal line for 4, I took note also. Coming to mark 5, I draw. Where my circle intersects with horizontal line for 5, which is here, I took note. So the peak, which is mark 6, okay, so obviously that's going to be at the top here. All right, coming to mark 7, okay, now drawing faintly 5, 7 on the same plane, where it intersects, I pick. Okay, on mark 8, 4 and 8 on this plane, so right here I pick. On mark 9, which is going to be right here. Okay, right here for mark 9 I pick. All right, for mark 10, mark 10 is right here, because this is the horizontal line for 2 over 10, 3 over 9, 4 over 8, 5 over 7, 6. This is 1 over 11. Why this one is 0 over 12. This horizontal line. So take note. Now on mark 11, I draw faintly. It intersects with horizontal line for 1 and 11 right here. Then on mark 12, so which is going to be right here. Now after doing that, I'm going to pick my French curve and I'm going to draw this like this. But unfortunately, I left my French curve at the office. So how am I going to draw this? I'm going to improvise, and that is the beauty. Let me improvise. So I'm going to draw this curve by improvisation method, tracing these points out like this. Okay, so I'm going to actually do that offline. So after getting the curve, I'm going to come back online and we continue with the video, so you can actually join the points together with your French curve. So take note of that. Yeah, I'm using a broom, so let me just show you in case you find yourself in such situation. Okay, I've drawn that axis. I'm drawing this axis also. Right, so this area like this. We are getting there. Okay, this place like this. Okay, cutting that axis like that and remaining this place. Right, so with the broomstick, I have the last part, and we are done. Yeah, although it's not that perfect, but at least still manageable, right? Still manageable. Okay, so I can discard the broomstick. Like no longer needed, right? No longer needed. Okay, so after doing that, now we only concluded the first part of our problem. Now the second part actually says we should draw a tangent, right? A tangent and a normal. A tangent and a normal to the locus on a point 50 from the right end of the locus. On a point 50 from the right end of the locus. Now, where is the right end of this locus? It is here. So point 50 from the right end. So from the end of 12 here, from the right towards the left, I measure mark of 50, which is this. On this mark of 50, which I have actually marked right now, I'm going to project it vertically to the top. Right, with my set square. So this mark here is my mark what? My point P is my point P, and that's where I'm going to actually produce the tangent and the what and the normal. So at that mark P, I'm going to pick my radius 30, which is what we use for the circle. It has actually shaken. So with my ruler, let me remeasure radius 30. So with radius 30, standing on mark P, I'm going to produce a circle faintly. Alright, so wherever that circle touches my mid line here, 3 to 9, this center line for our cycloid, wherever it touches on the left hand side. So I'm going to note that area and call it mark A. I'm going to call it mark A. So I'm going to pick my ruler, join mark P towards mark A, faintly, alright, faintly P to A, like this. Then I'm going to project from mark A to my baseline, like this, faintly. So wherever the A I projected to the baseline touches the baseline, that's mark what? Mark B. Now I'm going to pick my ruler. I'm going to align my ruler from mark B, okay, to mark P, to the center P. Alright, like this. And I'm going to project it out faintly. I can actually take it away from somewhere here like this, out there like that. Okay. So now this line you are seeing here is my what? That's my normal. My normal. And as we are all aware, a tangent is a line that is perpendicular to a normal. I can also rephrase that a normal is a line that is perpendicular to a tangent. And when we say perpendicular, we say what? Angle 90 degree. So with my compass, any coordinate radius standing at mark P, I produce a semicircle like this. So angle in a straight line is what? 180 degrees. So this semicircle is giving me 180 degree on this normal. And from there I bisect, I get 90 degrees from there. So from here, first, second point here, second. So I have what? This new intersection. So I will align that intersection to point P, which is this. Then what? Draw it gleefully. Ha 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 ha. Gleefully. Alright, and that is the solution to my problem. A tangent and a normal to a circle at a given point P. Alright, that is it. So once again, my name remains Oluwatumbi Blessing Olalekun, the founder of MaekllTech. Kindly ensure you subscribe to this YouTube channel and also refer it to your friends who might be in need of it. Thank you.